Preppertribe. Preppertribe. Gotta hear the. It's all down now from here. Preppertribe. Preppertribe.
Got me saying.
Preppertribe. Preppertribe. It's almost coming. It's almost coming. Then I got you, fellas.
Yeah.
It's all downhill from here. Yeah. It's all downhill from here. Preppertribe. Let me pause this shit. All right. We back. So what's
What
up,
up,
fellas?
peeps?
We back.
Bullfrog, did you not did I mess you up, man? You couldn't get the link? Because I'll throw the link in there for you if you wanted to jump back on here, man.
Cow.
I might have, because I was booting everybody to shut down that other one, and I might have booted him too quick before he got to the link. So I just want to make sure if he wants to jump up, I'll get Nisi to throw the link in there for you, and you can jump back up on here with us if you want. It's up to you.
Electricity. I know that was random. Kyle asked the question. I just threw it out there. What will the next shortage be?
Well, YouTube is on top of it. I just got a notification you were going live.
YouTube's doing the damn thing. What's up with the chat's not moving, man? I don't know.
Mine is.
Bobby!
All right. I appreciate y'all coming back. Sorry I had to end it and restart another one, but we're trying to do this time thing so everybody gets a chance to watch videos and stuff. It's kind of just the smart thing to do 2 hours, and you know what I mean?
Right.
I better get back up there. People will get confused, like, where the hell am I?
For real, I was like, where'd he
Where the
go?
hell was we? I forget. Anyway, we're good. We're in our spots. So what's up, fellas? Now that you know a little bit more about it, Backwoods, about the whole Ronald Green, what do you think, man? What do you think the media is trying to do, man? They're pumping it on the TV like crazy.
Yeah, man. You know, if this police officer was still walking the streets and doing this thing, I could understand. You know, let's bring this guy to justice. I mean, you know, I said it before. Even about George Floyd, man. I mean, a lot of people had a lot of bad words about George Floyd. I get it, you know. He was
shit. Sorry, man. You gotta answer the question. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that.
He was doing a lot of bad stuff. Nobody can deny that. Okay, I mean, to even try to deny that George Floyd was a good, upstanding citizen. I mean, come on, you know, let's be honest about this. But
let's try to stay away from GF. Let's try to
right.
From
My point is on that is that someone even my size, you know, that man was way bigger than I was. Once he was done where he was, just like this man, this green guy, you know, I mean, come on, man, it's over. Okay, there's no need in pushing anything any further. You know what I'm saying? The knees and the stomps and the kicks and the dude, anything beyond once a man is handcuffed and on his belly, it's over. It is over.
Exactly.
Period. And I have no remorse, no sympathy for any man that carries it any further. Once they have a man handcuffed and he is on his belly on the ground, anything that they do to that man after that, he should pay for. It is there's zero tolerance for me on that.
Agreed.
You see what I'm getting at? I'm trying to put that out there as a way of showing that, you know, because someone does something wrong or not, no matter what, they're still a human being and they still have rights. You know, I'm gonna tell you right now, if they walked up and caught me out in the backyard kicking the dog piss out of my dog, they would put me in jail.
Yeah.
They would put me in jail.
Yes,
So why
indeed.
would you not do the same thing to a man who is doing that to another man or to another woman? You know what I'm saying?
Badge or
That's
no
my
badge, I
point.
got you.
Yes, badge or no badge. So that's kind of my point on all that. You know, it is infuriating. The problem with it is that this man no longer walks the face of this earth who did the bad deed. What who are you going to blame now? You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
I do have a complaint though. I do have something that you can blame that I think that they probably will. You know, because there was a cover up there. You know, and it wasn't just that man who did it that covered it up. It seems to me that it was the whole police station that would have to be involved with going
Right.
along with a story that is completely false and
Yeah.
hiding this and hiding that, and then
Yep.
2 years later you get the video and it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
That's. I want to know who was involved with that. I want to know who the chief of police was in that situation. I want to know who the mayor was in that situation because you know all of them had to know.
Yeah.
True.
I will say something. Now, this has happened to me personally. Actually, when I was in the military, and even in high school, it's probably happened to all you guys too. You got a group, a little clique of friends. You got a chain of command, and if you guys can shut it down to where nobody else knows, where it just goes to the highest person that's in your clique, you're good. So if it was just those cops and maybe their patrol commander or whoever reviewed
Yeah.
the body cameras and video cameras, if they got them to shut it down, it may not have went any higher. Because to think that several hundred people were involved and decided to cover it up, because the way this guy was talking that got killed in the car wreck, he was obviously an asshole. I don't think many people liked him. He was probably a bully, and those other cops are scared of him. If you think about it, he was probably like the senior guy on the scene. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe.
He just did the whole fear thing, and he had some juice or some pull. But the thing is, he's dead now. We'll never know.
And you also, I would also like it if somebody would go back and see what was going on around the time that this happened. You know, what was going on in 2019 to where they were able to get away with this and not have it come out? Was there was there already news in the media about something else? Was we going through whatever it was? Or were they preparing for what was to come in 2020? Because we all know that they were doing that meeting with all the big honchos, like the BG, you know, the Fence dude, the Bill Fence, and all that. So did they not need this story then? And they just wanted to run with whatever they were running with in 2019 and using 2020, and now all of a sudden they done ran out of stuff. So here we go. Let's bang it out on.
I don't think it just popped today. I think somebody's been sitting on this video for a minute.
It's too perfect. Yeah.
Somebody's been sitting on it for a minute, and they released just the parts that they want to be seen.
Yeah.
People definitely knew about it because there was a cover up. So people definitely knew about it, and they probably wanted to say something too. You know, there's some people that stay quiet, but they die to tell the truth because they feel guilty or they just want to stir up shit.
Right.
Did y'all know that there was a person who started taking people out at a apartment complex here just over the last week or so? He started he had some people laid out on the ground and was going to start executing style, taking people out, and some man stepped out with a
I heard about it.
Seed spreader and took the guy out, and hear nothing about it on the news hardly. You got to dig around to find it. Why?
Yeah, I heard they're shutting people up about it. They don't want because it makes us the second A look good.
Yes, exactly. You know what?
They can't have that.
It doesn't fit the narrative. It doesn't fit the narrative. It's not going to get any airtime.
Yeah, and
Monograph.
Hey, Monograph, how's it going?
Yes, sir.
It's not going to get any airtime until they can poke holes in it.
Yeah. Yep, Fort Smith, Arkansas. Yep, that's exactly where it happened in my state. Yeah, and a man stepped out and took care of business and saved a lot of people's lives, man. you know, you can there, you know, the funny thing about that is there's laws against drunk driving, but yet how come people keep getting killed year after year after year, you know, from drunk drivers?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So laws are not necessarily the answer to everything. You know, all these laws and everything. So, you know, having a man that was willing to take, you know, to step out there and protect them people who were laying on the ground, who had, I mean, they were done. They were done.
Yeah.
If it would not have been for that man, there would have been multiple lives lost, you know,
Yeah.
and that's what, yeah, they just don't, hey, Arkwile, man. But, you know, it's, so it's the whole point of, you know, you know, this narrative that they're doing, you know, when is the last time, you know, there's nothing going on right now.
Right.
There's nothing bad happening right now. You know, the pipeline thing is kind of over with, you know, per se.
Mhm.
So there's nothing going on. So they've got to throw something out there to keep you all stirred up and
Yeah.
you know, keep you stirred up to you know, to throw some more fear out there, to throw some more anger out there, to keep everybody divided, you know, and you know, and that's what I don't, you know, the whole thing is, man, I mean, you know, I live in a little small town, Arkansas, okay?
Mhm.
Man, I don't give two craps what, the only thing I care about when I meet somebody is are they a good person or not, you know?
Right.
My neighbors over here, I'm not really even sure if they're here, suppose, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to not say something
Yeah.
wrong here that
Gotcha.
would get, yeah, tribe in trouble here, but I'm not even sure they're supposed to be here. Let's put it that way. They're from Guatemala. But you know what? I love them people, man. They're my neighbors. I buy their kids slipping slides and swimming pools, and you know, they give me grilled food. The dude brought me a beer over the other day when I got back from fishing and hung out with me and talked to me for, you
Yeah.
know, about 15, 20 minutes. You know, I mean, they're good people. I don't care about the other crap. I don't care if they're from Guatemala. I wouldn't care if they were a black person, if they were a Chinese. I don't care. Are you a good person or not? You know, that's all I care.
Yeah.
And they try to spin that so many people are racist, and
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
I'm looking around and I'm like, where are all these racist people they're talking about? You know, I'm like,
Right.
where are they at? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. I just in life, just me being a little bit older. If you can sit down with a person, backgrounds, race, whatever you have, tradition, it doesn't matter across the board. If you can sit down with that person and just have a simple conversation, just a 1-2 minute conversation, you'll see that people are just people. We all want the same thing. Seriously. You know what I mean? We all want the same thing. A decent life, raise our family, be happy, you know, make a couple bucks here and there. You know what I mean? We all really want the same thing. But government has it as to where, you know, these people over here are just crazy, and these people over here want something totally different from what you want, and you know, none of it can coexist. But we're all just people, man.
Yeah. Thank you, Bullfrog. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. SHTF Engineering. I am. Let me think of how to say this correctly here. I've never been in the military, and I do not belong to any military entity. I just have friends of many species. If that's a good way to put it, maybe, who do not and will not allow burning down or destruction of innocent people's property. And there are things that I just cannot say, because there are going to be people in places that are not going to be seen. There are going to be people in certain places that I cannot give intel on. Is that a good way to put it, Ghost? From your standpoint?
No, he's full of crap. He's in a book club. He's going to read some romance novel. They're going to drink coffee and braid each other's hair. And,
I'm gonna read them. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I wonder where you are.
Let me cut in just for a second because I want to put Just Josh on the spot real quick.
What?
Just Josh. You gonna join me tomorrow night, man? 10 o'clock. We gotta come. We gotta come with it, man. We gotta see what this story develops into. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting you on the spot.
It's gonna be live. Tomorrow they're just gonna be they are just gonna be getting the black buses that bust those people in. They're just gonna be getting in position. The stacks of bricks. I don't think they'll be there just yet. I think they're on the way right now. But yeah, hell yeah, I'll be here.
That's what's up. Now I know Ghost and Backwoods. Y'all are doing something tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I think it is.
Yeah, we'll be live at
8 p.m. Eastern, and hopefully we might run into each other a little bit. You know, it happens. But hopefully when y'all get done, y'all might slide over to the Prepper Tribe channel and hang out with us a little bit.
I don't plan on doing any more 5-hour streams. I'm gonna try to stick to the 2-hour mark, and just because I've been looking at the analytics, and that's like the magic spot. You know, anything more hurts you, anything less, you're not getting your full potential. So I'm gonna try not to go over 2 anymore. So yeah, I plan on hopping over here.
Cool. Just wanted to let everybody know tomorrow night at 8 o'clock you're gonna have Backwoods and Ghost doing their thing, and then at 10 p.m. this is all Eastern Standard Time. 10 p.m. you're gonna have me and Just Josh, and then hopefully Ghost and Backwoods will hop over after they get done their live stream, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna keep our eyes open. I'm gonna have Nisi looking at the news. I'm gonna keep my eyes open too. I'm gonna get a little bit more details about everything and try to keep everybody up on what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I spent an hour down under in Australia tonight with Homestead Oz. I got to tell you, man, those are some straight up people. I like her. They're all right. We chatted for a half hour before we ever went live in the background. I didn't know they were getting as much flack over there as they are. Like
Australia?
Being a prepper in Australia, you're like a target.
It's damn near like Canada over there, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about just backlash for being a prepper. It's like if you say you're a prepper in Australia, it's like saying you're a white supremacist or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were talking about dropping people off their subs because some people were figuring out who they were because they didn't really want Australian subs because they don't trust any of them. That's why they focus on the states in Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, so they get a lot of heat for being preppers. I didn't know that. I'm used to people looking at you different, but I don't give a crap what anybody thinks about me.
Yeah.
But I was tripping. I'm like, for real? We really got to watch our security over that kind of stuff. Monograph.
What's happening?
What's up?
Hey.
I feel privileged to be on the stage with Monograph. Dude, I've been watching you for a long time, man, and I'm like,
we're all nobodies.
We're all nobodies, dude.
I know, but I'm just.
Hang on, can I do it, Monograph? Can I do it? Can I do it? Hang on.
You can.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you got a longer beard than me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes.
He kind of looks like me, though, doesn't he? He sure does. Kind of like dark hair and then white hair.
Yeah,
that's my dad sitting right there. You didn't know? That's why he calls himself Ghost, because he didn't want anybody to know he's my daddy.
Yeah.
I appreciate all y'all being up here, though. I really do.
Absolutely.
Hey, I did have some news for you, though.
Hit me
Got
with
some
it.
news for you. It's pretty important stuff for real.
Yes, sir.
All right.
The Federal Reserve is injecting trillions of dollars, $1 trillion a day. Try to imagine that into all of the major banks. Now, what they're trying to do is they're trying to shore up the economy, but they're doing something that they've never done before. And they're buying, they're called Minos, and that is they're buying municipality bonds. They've never done that before, ever, not once. And what they are buying also, which they've done before on the other one, is the replicating of buying the mortgage-based type notes. In other words, debt. They're buying debt. This is dangerous stuff, buddy, because this is the same bullshit that they pulled back in 2006, 7, and 8. We had the big crash. Remember that?
Yeah.
So, in other words, this is bad news, because what's going to happen is sooner or later, they're going to have to raise the interest rates. Now, a decode was done last night on that. Remember that that freaking Economist magazine cover I was telling you about? It was put out in 1988 about the one world currency.
Right.
Now the decode on that, if you go back to the not the IMF, let's see. Oh, maybe it was the IMF. Lagarde, she was talking about, or maybe it was the CFR where she was speaking. This was back years ago, 2017. 2007 or something. Where she'd made mention about numerology, and what they do is they drop the zero. So if you have 2021, it'd be really 2. Drop the 0, and there'd be 221. You see what I mean? This is all their weird numerology nonsense. And here's the thing: the weirdest thing. Remember, I was telling you, Chief, that the day that, or the moment that cash was taken. Remember that article I was telling you about that was published on the 18th, and then we did an 88-day advancement and brings you to August 13th, Friday the 13th. Remember I told you about that?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. August is the 8th month. Well, we went back to that damn Economist cover. We noticed that on the coin, it says 2018. But, sir, if you drop the zero, it's 218. The Economist magazine is owned by the Rothschilds. Rothschilds are out of where? England. So if you have England, how do they go about telling their dates? They will go 21-8, not 8-21.
Gotcha.
In other words, in my opinion, it appears now that they're going to pull the financial plug in August of 2021. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're saying that.
I mean, if it makes sense, because these guys, these weirdos, are all about their silly ass numbers.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like
Scary
break
stuff.
everybody before you go, right before winter.
Yeah.
Can't hear you, Ghost.
I said break everybody right before it gets cold, right before winter.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The Russians are saying the Russians are actually speaking out about the American farmers. And I got tons of Russian pals in all kinds of little areas, if you get my meaning. So these dudes are speaking out, making suggestion that the American farmer is having to essentially get rid of his crops. In other words, he has to destroy his crops or he won't get the subsidy for the next year. In other words, the government won't pay him to grow food for nothing the next year.
Wow.
He'll go bankrupt. Now, that's what the Russians are saying, for real.
Okay.
Like everyday Russians, right? So if that's the case, I don't know that it's the case. It could be bullshit to scare people. But we do know for a fact, with the reports that are coming out of the mainstream media, now they're crying that they have a shortage of tin, that they have a shortage of bottles. So it's not necessarily the food, but it's what you would put it in.
Okay.
It's a scam, dude. They're prepping, like Ghost said, they are prepping for you to have hot dogs on Christmas Eve. No, I'm serious. That's what they're prepping you for. And I know that they're doing that. The man with the food wins. You got Codex Alimentarius. Go look that up. That stands for food code. But here's a good thing. Myself and another person, we are monitoring all of this stuff. And we don't mind calling them right up at their house or on their cell phones and asking questions. We don't care.
Yeah.
What are they going to do about it? And then soon we're going to start relinquishing those telephone numbers to the public. So you can call them. And what are they going to do about it? Nothing.
Right.
They're going to change the numbers. They're going to be highly inconvenienced. But so what? Big deal.
Now I had somebody tell me, and I'm trying to think, man, I'm on so many of these live streams with so many people, and just a day or two ago, somebody, I believe it was in Kentucky, said that they're ordering the farmers to plow under their crops.
Kansas.
Really?
Kansas.
Plow
Kansas.
under their crops, get rid of their
Yes.
crops.
Yes, Kansas.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like in
The
North
Russians
Carolina.
are saying that now.
The Russians.
Like how they own the chicken.
The Russians, for real.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I gotta keep up. I'm
Hey,
trying
listen,
to
a lot of
help
people,
the chat out and put that
America,
up. But
America would have you believe, in other words, the American government would have you believe that the Russians are so horrible. The
Mhm.
Russians are not horrible. Believe it or not, I mean, you can be anti-Russian all you want, but how many times have we gone to war with Russia? None.
Right.
Zero. There have
Right,
always
right.
been proxy wars. Here we go in, we attack Syria, or Israel attacks Syria. Who is Syria's ally? Well, Russia is. How come
Mhm.
Russia doesn't come over and clobber us? They
Yeah.
could, because they need us just as bad as we need them. It's a hate-love relationship. But when it comes right down to the wood and nickel, the Russians and the Americans work hand in hand constantly on so many different levels, militarily, medically, intelligence, all that sort of stuff. And they kind of keep the world in check because of what? Because their leader, who is Vladimir Putin, he's an oligarch. He's all about the money, and we're all about giving it to him.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? To keep him in check.
I mean, if you think about it, Russia's more America than America has been.
You're damn right they are.
Like, I literally want to go to Russia where I can be an American again.
Now I saw.
ain't that sad?
It is sad.
Now I
It's kind of
think
like what Josh was talking about. You guys were talking about the racism on the last video that, you're not seeing it and shit.
Mhm.
It's the same thing. It's everybody's mind is corrupted by the
Yeah.
government, by the press.
Yeah.
The press is the enemy
Yeah.
of the people.
Yep.
now
It's rotten.
I saw a video, and the guy said that he spoke Russian, and it was a video from Putin. And Putin, this has been some years ago, Putin said, America, to you Americans, I want to tell you, do not give up your guns. Do not give up your
Yeah.
weapons.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I saw that too. Mhm.
Yeah. Wow.
I saw
I'm
that.
just trying to share thoughts of
The main
chat
thing
and stuff
is,
like that. So
you guys are preppers. I'm not preppers. So I can't say that I'm a prepper because I know little about it. I mean, you find me and y'all, like right now, I'm supposed to be doing a live show. People are on my ass over there on the tweeters going, well, why weren't you live? Well, I didn't tell them that I was over here, chatting with y'all up, but whatever. All I'm just
Okay.
trying to say is, here's the facts of the matter. These people that are preppers, I'm learning from y'all because a lot of things I don't know. Like that video where you're putting all the fishing equipment together, and I saw you crimping everything. You're catching
Oh,
those
yeah.
big ass fish. I'm jealous too. But I'm just saying, you guys got some tricks that I don't know about. Nobody knows everything, and I'm sure y'all are helping a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because a lot
I
of
hope
people
so.
don't know these things. There's a lot of shit I don't know. Especially for my dad over there, or the ghost. He teaches me all kinds of stuff. My dad over there. He sure does.
Can I address something real quick
love
in
it.
the chat? Billy Strong lost him in a boating accident. Come on, man. I'm sorry. This is the point where this upsets me, and I'm gonna tell you why. If you will not use them now, the reason they're intended for, why are you losing them and hiding them and burying them? Because if you won't use them now, when the time is right, when are you going to use them later? Because now you're going to be a whole lot less of a people. And I have never lost anything in a boating accident except for a couple of lures.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know that gets thrown around quite a bit though.
I
And for
know,
a lot
man.
of us,
it's like a, it's
It
like a
upsets me
joke
so
saying,
badly,
sort of.
man.
I hear you. But a lot of us preppers, backwoods, you've been training, man. You've been doing the things back. You know what I'm saying?
And
You've
not
got this
everybody
thing
lives
down.
in Arkansas backwoods. Not everybody lives in
understand, but
Arkansas. There's some,
A lot of
there's
us,
some
that's-
land out here that in Texas and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off, just Josh. I just
good.
want to kind of,
Yeah.
I'm in Maryland. We have terrible gun law. I'm right next to DC. Like I can't go around
Whoa.
being gun friendly as you can in Arkansas. I'll have the man knocking on my door And around here, they don't bring a warrant. They just bust up in your door. I know it is what it is, but I've lived it. They have busted up in the door, no warrant, no nothing. They step up in your house. They go way above their authority, and it's ridiculous. So in order to keep that away from you, sometimes you gotta
Hey, PT. I don't even think that my homeboy Philly Strong. What's up, brother? It's the fam. I don't even think that he's in boats like that. But you know what I'm saying? He's just saying, hey, I got him, and I know what to do when the time comes. You know what I mean? That's all he's saying. I know what to say when the time comes. Lost him lost him while I was fishing. Philly, what up, brother?
Monograph, you know that dad thing's probably gonna stick, right? There's over 100 people in the chat. That's probably gonna stick.
What's gonna stick?
The dad thing.
I hope it does.
It will. It will.
Matter of fact, buddy, I'm going to start making graphics. Call it Ghost Dad. Watch and see.
That's gonna stick. I can feel it already.
I apologize. I'm very passionate about that. You know, I stand firm on
Brother, you good.
Yeah.
Seriously, we're fam, man. All of us.
Right. Well, to me, it's one of them things is I don't portray to be something I'm not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I tell you I'm this, then I'm this, and I stick to it. I don't care if it gets me in trouble. I don't care what happens. I stand by my word.
Right.
That's I am who I am, and
I hear you.
so I apologize if I took
good.
That. Yeah.
I totally get where you're coming from too. I've heard you talk about it before, and I'm like, I get it. I get it. I see.
Can't swim.
It's one of those things where you can see both sides, and that's what we got to do more of anyway. We got to stop picking one side and being so hard on it. We got to start looking at both sides and try to, or else they're going to beat us. They're beating us every day. We gotta figure out a way to be united and not divided.
Yeah, Backwoods. So what would you say?
Let me do it real quick.
Say?
I love you, Philly Strong. I love you, buddy.
Hey man, those some nice guns you got there, Backwoods. So what would you say? What's an approved saying? Because everybody says, "Hey, lost him in a fishing accident."
I mean, I'm very. I can't say the approved.
All right, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm on Tribe's channel, so I can't say what I would really say. Let me just put it.
I got you.
What I would say somewhere else,
I hear you.
Just out of respect for Tribe, but
all
I can say, the best approved way I can put it is I ain't lost nothing.
I hear you.
Yeah,
it's gonna take all of us.
Though.
Yeah,
sorry.
No, you're good, man. It's gonna take all of us, man. Yeah.
I wanna hire Josh for my agent in the future.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna hire you for my agent. I'm serious. You think I'm joking? I'm not.
Don't do that.
You're gonna be my PIO. You're gonna be my agent, my PIO, my public information officer. You're so enthusiastic, bud. For real.
I'm telling you.
I'm passionate about this.
It's great. It's great, buddy. It's great.
I appreciate it.
Don't think you can run a decision by your parents.
He's like, yeah, we're gonna come over there and kick your ass. Yeah.
I'm passionate.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Rip Girl.
We've got Monograph. We've got Monograph in the house. Monograph. So this whole stream was basically kicked off about the up. I don't know if you get involved in events like this, whatever, but the new debacle that mainstream media is just kicking out. They're pumping it out. The next George Floyd.
Yeah. They're trying to start a race thing. They've been doing this crap for over a year.
Gotcha. And they're not stopping.
Yeah, they're not stopping. Here, let me tell you, you know what that is? That is the oldest ploy in the book when you're trying to create communism. You get everyone to argue and complain to each other instead of looking at the government that is screwing everything up themselves, financially, socially, economically, politically. You know what I mean? So you get everybody argue with each other. What's the best way to get them arguing? Against religion and race. That's two primary ones.
Gotcha.
And that's what they're doing. They're trying to create divide, because if you're divided, you can be crushed easily.
Yeah, gotcha.
Will this one work? Will this one work though?
Good
Will
question.
this?
You know
will this
what? I
put 'em
don't
in the
think so,
streets?
because there's a lot of people. I mean, you were there, Chief, when we covered it, or Nisi was, in my room where, hell, there's 1,000 people in my chat. And we took a vote. How many people believe that there's racism in your neighborhoods? Well, I don't know about you cats, but in my neighborhood, we all get together. We do these block parties and everybody's invited and we ain't got no problems.
Gotcha.
So again, these politicians, they are out of touch because they got somebody driving them around, cooking their meals, doing the laundry, giving their pedicures and manicures. Okay, these politicians are making bank. They don't know what a pound of hamburger is. So how the hell are they going to know anything about race relations? They're full of shit.
Yeah.
They're full of shit, dude. They're just trying to cause division because that's how you conquer a nation. Is you cause division.
Well, see,
I'm
I'd
not
like
one
to
for it myself. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
I'd like to turn it around on them, and these politicians who are riding around like that. I would say, so who do you have working for you? Who's doing all this for you? And when they say, well, it's a white person, so you're only hiring white people? Is that what you're doing? And then when they go, oh no, I've got a black guy that's driving for me, and say, what do you mean? And doing all this stuff for you? What are you acting like he's a slave or something? Because see, that's the kind of crap that they put onto us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand. Role reversal.
Using the role reversal on them, in all kinds of ways, just like with some of the things that we talked to someone today who is being very hard pressured to do a certain thing, that they don't want to do, and everyone else did. And I told this person, I said, well, why don't you tell all of them, well, you already have done this.
Yeah.
So you have nothing to fear from me. Right. So why don't you leave me alone? You see what I'm saying? Doing that role reversal on them,
Yeah.
I know.
To try to get along, because I got a little uptight about something a minute ago because I'm passionate about that. But at the same time, when the toilet paper wars of 2020 hit, okay, I mean, come on, man, my sister can't get no toilet paper, so I have some toilet paper, and she couldn't get no rice, she couldn't get no beans, she couldn't get canned foods. She's like, I'm freaking out. I got a daughter. What am I going to do? And I'm like, well, I've got your back. I'm going to take care of you. I've got plenty of stuff. And she's like, well, I guess you're in your element now. I guess you just think this is this I told you so thing. And I said, no. I said, actually, a true prepper, a true person like us never wants to have to use the stuff of what it's intended for. Never, because that's a bad situation. Who wants to be in a bad situation? So I yield.
Good stuff.
Well, it's like it's better to have it than need it and not have it. So I'm gonna agree with you on that.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you prepping, Monograph. You can be going out buying some green beans and some cans of corn.
You know what I'm all about here. You know what I mean. I don't look the part, but I really am all about taking it. I ain't about prepping anything. If it gets so out of hand, I'm gonna have to. I'm all about prepping in because I know the layout of the house. I know how everything. Where everything's at in the dark and the light doesn't matter. Yep. I'm all about taking it because sooner or later I'm gonna have to leave here. Yeah. Either get some water, go hunt, go fishing, and you got to have the mentality that you're gonna do some things you never thought you'd possible. Yeah. Because there ain't gonna be no damn law, and only the strong survive. And unless you have that attitude, you ain't gonna make it.
A lot of people will look down on that type of thing. I mean, backwoods, I mean, we've gotten into it a little bit, and in this community, people get mad at you if you say, well, when shit hits the fan and it's total mayhem, you're gonna have to do things that you would never normally do.
But that's true.
Absolutely.
But it is true. It
is true.
You can't prep but so damn much. You can't have but so many cans of green beans.
Yeah, if you're not prepped, you're going to have to resort to those means. Even us, if our preps run out, we're going to have to resort to those means.
Yeah.
It's not my plan A. It's not my plan A. You know, it's definitely C, D, or E.
I caught total, hell over some things that I'd said about that very thing about, some people made videos
Really?
about, yes, and called me out. And I was like, well, y'all are misunderstanding, what I'm saying here. I don't intend to ever do anything like that. That's not, but I'm telling you, and when you got hungry, starving children sitting there,
Right.
you're starving yourself. What do you do? Just let everybody die, or do you,
get it?
It is what it is,
Yeah. That's the reality of shift. WROL. That is the reality of it. And a lot of people don't want to talk about it. Seriously, they just don't. But hey, yeah.
Like Monograph, if you're heading in my direction when all that happens, if you're heading in my direction, just give me a call. I'll just have them wave you on through because I got extra. So I got you.
Me too. I was thinking about saying that earlier. Like,
wave. What do you mean? Wait, give you a call.
Don't come over here, Monograph. Don't come over here. I'm telling you. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Josh,
I love you, brother, but don't do it.
Josh, come on, man.
I'm sorry. Hey, we got an air condition and cable TV and electricity right now. Let that shit go away. Hey, don't do it. Yeah, no.
I know you wouldn't even let me come over and hang out in the backyard, and shift didn't even happen yet.
Hey, nah, man, y'all look good. Just don't come at night. I gotta be able to see who it is through the binoculars, through the scope. Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, in other words, I don't believe for a second that things will get so out of hand that you need to even contemplate that right now.
Okay.
But here's the thing: they are going to pull the food card.
Yeah.
They're going to pull the Codex. Remember this. Remember these two words: Codex Alimentarius. Remember those words. That's going to be very important because you got to look into that. Go to their websites. They're directly hooked up with the WHO. I'm not going to say it because it's one of the no words. But Codex Alimentarius is food code for real. Okay. Now you got to know this, man, because it's dealing with agriculture. Is now a worldwide event. It's a global event. Okay. Codex Alimentarius is all about the food safety. So try to imagine how not only you, but your wife and everybody else's wife and girlfriends and your families have been psychologically raped by a bunch of munchkins in lab coats over the last couple of years or a year and a half. I mean, think about that. So try to imagine what would happen if essentially the FDA, the Food Drug Administration, administration came out with one of their representatives, and now they're going to own you in the food department. See, this dangerous stuff right here, buddy. The man with the food always wins. And if you doubt that, look at North Korea. That'll turn the light on for you.
Yeah, they've been quiet lately.
Or we've been quiet about them lately.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. Probably more about we've been quiet about them.
Yeah. Somebody said that they have like almost no cases. Almost none. Yeah,
because they don't have any television. The press is the people's enemy. The press has banned this crap. If you look,
Monograph.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I can prove it.
All right.
If you look at the continent of Africa, go look at the cases throughout the entire continent of Africa, and tell me what you come up with in association, in comparison with the Five Eyes nations. The Five Eyes nations are United States, Canada, England, New Zealand, and Australia. Go look at the cases in those 5 countries in comparison with the entire continent of Africa. No. Tell me what you come up with.
No.
Watch and see. I'm not joking. The reason why there's hardly any cases there is because of television.
No.
Radio. Go check. I want you to.
All right. No, I believe you.
In other words, what we saw here is the greatest show on earth.
All right.
This was in fact influenza B that was repackaged as a Wuhan Wiggle And were they messing around with pathogens in Wuhan? Yes, they were, because the United States violated moratorium back in 2014, went around, sent it to Canada, and then went to Wuhan. We sent them all this money. That's true. However, all this BS that went on, they admitted it. The FDA, and it starts with a C, ends with a C. It has a D in the middle. Those guys down in Atlanta, they admitted that they were calling people that died of heart disease, if they tested positive for the Wuhan wiggle, then they died of the Wuhan wiggle. They added them to the list. The annual amount of people that die from the average flu is between 20 and 80,000 every season without fail. So when you compound that with heart disease, strokes, heart attacks, right? Liver disease, and all the other people do die in car accidents. I mean, they really do. People do commit suicide. People do die of liver disease. I mean, it really does happen. People do die of cancer. And you add all of those people and you compound that. You're going to get 500,000 people in a year that would die.
There you go.
In accordance to a population of 331 million.
Gotcha.
And you call it something totally different. And then you scare the hell out of everybody.
Right.
So that way they'll take your roll up your sleever. This is the greatest show on earth.
I agree. I agree 100%. 100%, man. I'm so on board with exactly everything you said, man. I've been saying the same thing too, man. I've been trying to tell people, guys, man, wake up. Go look at statistics. And
Dad wants to talk.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, did I raise my boy right or what? Huh?
Do what?
Did I raise my boy right? He's spitting that knowledge.
Oh my gosh.
Raise the sun right.
I'm about to raise your allowance. I'm gonna raise your allowance. Your girlfriend can come over this weekend.
Oh, monograph.
Oh, really? What are you talking about my girlfriend? That woman can suck a bowling ball through a cocktail straw. Okay, so don't be talking about my lady.
I'm gonna raise your
Got it this one.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, Dad.
That is so crazy.
But I've been trying to tell people to go and look. I mean, go look at real statistics. Don't worry about what someone is telling you. Go look at real statistics for yourself and see how the heart disease and all these things, the numbers have bottomed out.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, it's like we cured everything.
Exactly. All at the same time.
All at the same time. And I mean, I went and looked this up at myself, and I mean, it's just like, boom, everything went rock bottom.
I was searching for the flu in my morning shows for a couple weeks and still never found it. I still haven't found it.
Wow.
Exactly.
I mean, I thought I seen it a couple times, but it was something else. It wasn't.
Yeah.
Just because I don't normally talk about this stuff don't mean I ain't researching and I know the truth. And I'm telling you, all this stuff has just went rock bottom, dude. We freaking cured everything in 2020. Everything. Heart disease, liver disease, Lyme disease, freaking cancer, car wrecks, the flu, AIDS. We cured everything in 2020, dude. Everything.
Sure did.
Yeah.
Do you notice how the media never came out and talked about AIDS or HIV? They just said if you have immune deficiency problems. And I brought this up and people got mad at me. This was on Facebook when it first started. I said, why isn't the media saying that this thing is affecting people with AIDS and HIV real bad? They never talked about that. They worded it as something else. And that's what made me think that maybe that was part of it.
Gotcha.
Let's keep those words down so that way they don't get hip to what this thing might have been added to it. Because without a doubt, I believe that it was manipulated by man.
Oh yeah.
Well,
yeah. Too convenient.
I mean, could there be a coalition or however you want to call it there, something to the fact that all of these diseases, these heart disease, yada yada, liver disease, and this specific wiggle killing certain people taking out the fact that no more money has happened to be spent on these people. You know, and do you see where I'm going with this?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the government's, the United States government's financial obligation
yes,
for those people that would be on Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, retirement funds, that sort of thing.
yes. That's kind of where I'm going with this, and it seems that them people are the ones who are getting hit the hardest by this wiggle, you know. And it's like, you know, I mean, I rode around with a guy that ended up him and his whole family were sicker than dogs, and they ended up testing positive for this, and I never even got the sniffles. You know, I don't get sick very often.
Are you a smoker?
Yes, I am.
That's why.
Cigars.
That's right. They did a study that smokers are less likely to get the Wuhan wiggle than any other peoples in the population.
Yeah, they even had to stop people from buying cigarettes in France. They put a limit on people buying.
Yep, they sure
you could
did.
only buy 30 days worth of cigarettes in France. Then this was months and months ago.
Really?
True.
Yeah.
New York tried to outlaw cigarettes as well. True story.
Wonder why.
And why, if they know that this isn't a bad thing for the Wuhan wiggle, then why would they stop? Like, you would think they would tell everybody, here, buy as many as you want, because this might help you with this. But no, they do the complete opposite. Like, that helps you? Well, let's take this away from them.
Because their pocketbook is not attached to the slaver. You see what I'm getting at?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
Follow the money.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
When all this first started, man, I was stone cold in the same everything that we've been talking about right now. But then I got personally hit with it a couple months ago, and here's what really made me start to go, wait a minute, there's actually a little bit more to this that a lot of people don't talk about. Man had his hands in whatever happened in Wuhan, but I think once it got out, it changed a lot. Every time it goes into a person's body, it can change and evolve and move around and get a little wiggle of its own. But I had a personal experience. A family member's household, 3 of them, got it at the same time. 3 different ages, 3 different health issues, you know. And I lost one family member 2 weeks ago to this, and it was brutal. I mean, he was intubated, the whole 9 yards, for a couple of weeks. He passed away. I had another family member, same household, had it real bad, and was in the hospital for almost a month doing the oxygen thing. He's out of the hospital now, but he's still on oxygen, and the lung capacity isn't back. But here's the thing: he was super, super healthy, military vet, never smoked a day in his life, eats good, the whole 9 yards, doesn't even drink that much. You know, wife had it; she recovered relatively quickly, but it is still kicking his ass. I'm going, what in the hell? All right, so you can take, I mean, it ravaged my other family member. And I'm going, it's got to be something to where it's something in each, it's inside of each person. Like, maybe you may be more susceptible to it, almost like an underlying illness that you don't have, something genetic, like a genetic marker or genetic something where it triggers on. Because I do believe that there is something out there going around. I do believe, but I don't believe it is as effective as they wanted it to be. That's why nobody died of a motorcycle accident last year. That's why nobody accidentally fell off a bridge. And it's I know there's but my bullshit meter's way up here. I mean, it's maxed out. But then I was forced to go, wait a minute, he's super freaking healthy. He got his ass kicked. And I'm going, I'm like, there's a different piece to this puzzle. I think, in my mind, I could be wrong. I think there's a piece missing. You know, I think they did something, but it didn't happen the way it was supposed to. And now they're kind of ad-libbing and doing plan A, B, C, D, E. You know, because I just don't understand it. I really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, what you're saying, I understand what you're saying. because you couldn't justify the muzzle mandates. You couldn't justify the distancing. You couldn't justify it if you didn't have the numbers. So you have to create the numbers to justify the mandates.
Right. And then, you know, of course, the face diaper, it's going to reduce your lung capacity already. Every time you with a diaper on, you're stressing your system, you're stressing your lung capacity. That's why when all this shit first started, man, I make sure I go outside every day. I get in the sunlight, but I exercise my lungs. I take as deep a breaths as I possibly can. You know, I'll do 20 minutes of some crazy deep breathing to maximize that lung capacity. But if you're strapped to your face, now you're teaching your lungs to work real hard, but get used to getting less. So you're basically strangling yourself. You're decreasing your lung capacity. And most people will wear the same face diaper for 2 weeks, never wash it. Now you got all that bacteria that you're rebreathing.
Right.
You know, and you're getting all this crap in here. And then plus you're wiping your hands down with the hand sanitizer in your face. I mean, there was a video of a lady on TV spraying her kids down with Lysol when they got off the school bus. I mean, come on, man. So I mean, now you're taking away your protective shield, the good bacteria that's on your skin and in your body and in your hair that keeps you safe. You're stripping it all away, you know, to make this stuff, you know, more effective. I'm like, why in the world would you take a bath in hand sanitizer? Soap and water always work. Matter of fact, if you got grease on your hands, you're working in the yard, use dirt. Dirt works real good to get your hands clean.
Yeah.
You're just, they do it over and over, and you get some jack off on TV saying, "Oh, this is the way you do it. You know, you got to wear the mask, and it's not it." Look, you're not. There's a reason why your nose is full of hair. It's a filter. Breathe in through your, out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth.
That's it. Smell the roses, blow out the candles.
Not to mention the fact that going outside in the sunshine is actually, you know, really good for you.
Yeah.
And then they want to lock you down in your house. You can't even go outside.
Yeah.
Think about that one. You know, I mean, these are, you know, humans, just like plants, need sunlight. You know, if you take a person and you stick him into a dark place for a couple of weeks, this person will not be well.
Right.
Yeah. And now they're doing the whole. Look, I never restricted my movements from day one when this stuff happened. I was in Florida. All right, Florida never closed. It got a little bit weird for a few weeks, but there were still bars I could go to and drink a beer. No mask, no diaper, none of that stuff. We just did it. But you know, I'm not
Ghost,
gonna.
you're in Florida?
I was.
Oh.
I was. I'm in North Carolina now.
Okay.
Yeah, I never restricted my movements. I didn't. You know, when all this stuff blew up and everybody's, "Oh, stay home, do this, that, and the other." You know, legit. I'm not gonna lie. For the first couple of weeks, I'm like, I'm at the house. I've got everything I need. I don't need to go anywhere. You know. Yep. And I'm sitting there for a couple of weeks. I'm going, yeah, this is bullshit. I'm not going to live in fear. I'm not going to live stupid or vicariously, but I'm not going to live in fear. I'll take precautions until I make my own educated judgment on if this is bullshit or not. You know, wearing a mask that it doesn't. It's the holes are like a barn door to a baseball to the thing. All right, so the mask is absolutely proven scientifically useless to prevent you inhaling this thing that you're supposed to be not inhaling. It doesn't work. So
well, they might shut this stream down sooner or later, or they might ban it after. When you say the face diaper don't work, they attack it.
Yeah,
really?
You got to really watch what you say. You got to talk in code, man, or they'll strike you.
We need a list of things that.
Well, Chief, all you got to do is put it on private. That's by the way, let me give you a tip. Believe me, I'd know. I've done like almost 200 videos of these kind of topics, and I figured out a way to trick the algorithm. In other words, you got to just create your own language. You know, instead of calling it what you want to call it, you call it woo hand wiggle, or you call it the roll up your sleever. You see what I mean? Or you just use other words. But and the algorithm it's programmed. It's actually keyed to hit a certain threshold. So like what he said, even if you say the, you know, AGREE, that sort of thing, you know, you use the word dis, you know, like dis, a few sentences, and then you put the I agree. So that, you see what I mean? You're manipulating it. That's it. All I'm just trying to tell you, Chief, and anybody else on this panel, if you think a video is going to get struck because of what somebody said, all you have to do is, of course, put it on private. But if you want to make sure that it doesn't get struck for sure, you put it on age restricted. Because they can hit your channel even if it's on private. It's happened to me before. It's happened to many people before. But if you hit it on age restricted and put it on private, it brings the threshold from here to way up here.
Gotcha.
Got me?
Gotcha.
So keep that in your hat.
Gotcha. Appreciate it.
It's the M word that ends in a K. That's why I went with the face word. I guess that's like that word's been burned.
Do what? I can't hear you, Ghost. You got, hey, Dad, you got to get closer to the microphone.
I love it, Dad.
That's why I did. That's why I did the face word with the the garment that catches the poop instead of the M word that ends in a K. That's why. But I guess the face word has been burned because I didn't say the M word.
Yeah, you said it's been scientifically proven that the doesn't work.
I didn't say M. I said the face.
He said muzzles, but it's still I know. But when you say scientifically anything, the algorithm's going to pick up on that. See,
right?
It's under machine learning. That's a problem. The machines are literally learning from us, and every 11 minutes, if you can imagine, the D-Wave computers, the quantum computers, have figured out, 7.8 billion equations in every 11 minutes. This is why singularity is going to be right around the corner. So I always get a tickle out of trying to beat the machine.
Right.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
Doesn't that clue you in that we have to come up with new words to be able to talk?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. If you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. Well, I'm simply not free in my own damn country. It's pathetic, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree 100%. I mean,
good job, kiddo. Thanks for squaring the old man away.
You know what? Hey, listen, here's the thing, Ghost Dad. You one more any lip out of you, I'll put you in an old folks home.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord. Actually, I'd never do that, Pops, because I believe in old folks homes. That's just nothing but old folks prison. That's just wrong. I'd never do that to you,
especially in these times, because they're like offing them right and left in those places.
They are.
Boy.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of the knowledge so we can push what we want. That's the way I seen it. It's like, man, why are you trying to get rid of all the knowledge?
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Guys, your boy Josh has to exit the scene. I got to go get some of those people in the retirement homes up out of their beds tomorrow. So it's been a pleasure. Monograph, I appreciate you, brother. Seriously, look, Monograph, I have an entire page of things written down that I'm going to research tomorrow. I appreciate you. Ghost.
Well, I'm going to hire you as my agent. Washington.
You don't want to do that. Worst mistake you've ever made. All right. Hey,
tomorrow night,
man,
though, Josh. Tomorrow night, though.
PT. All right. Y'all be safe. Hey, tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes,
Ronald
sir.
Green. We're going to see what happens with this thing.
We'll come over as soon as we shut my stream down. We'll pop back over with you guys.
All right. Y'all be safe, man. Love all y'all. Take it easy.
Love you too, brother.
Be safe out there, man.
Later.
Love you too, man.
Bye.
See you.
This dude is so enthusiastic. I'm telling you.
Oh, dude,
I know.
Isn't
he was it's a gas, dude. It's a gas.
Yeah. He gets the jump on
real.
He's got a really good channel. I mean, he does good work on that channel.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Josh.
He's going to get better and better and better, too.
Yeah, it's really a shame we can't really speak the way we want to speak freely in our own place here. It really bothers me too on that you know, there used to be this radio station where I lived at growing up, and they had a pretty uppity morning show, I guess you can say. And people started calling in and complaining, and was like, "Hey, I've got my kid in the car. You can't be talking like." And they was like, "Change the channel. You don't want to listen to what I got to say. Change the channel. Sorry, we're not going to change our show just because you don't, you know." And so, that's kind of been my whole thought process for a long time on this. Is if you don't like what someone is saying, just change the channel. People don't have to click here and listen. And yet it's not the people out there that are making this decision so much so as it's the overlords who are making the decisions for you. They're like, "Yep, we don't want you saying that. Yep, we don't want you saying that." And then they turn around and try to call people with this word in your with this in your name. They try to say you're the one that is the bad guy. And it's like, no, we're just being responsible.
Yeah.
I mean, you carry a spare tire in your car, don't you? You don't think you're going to have a flat every day. Oh, but you carry a spare tire in case you do. You keep a fire extinguisher in your house, right? I mean, everybody, I'm sure, keeps a fire extinguisher or two in their house. I mean, It's not because
one in my car.
Yeah. It's not because you're like, I know there's going to be a fire tomorrow, so I've got to have this fire extinguisher. If you knew there was going to be a fire, you would go and fix what was going to cause the fire. It's a safety precaution, and that's no different than the snowpocalypse that happened and hit us hard down south like this that we're not used to. All these people ran out of stuff and they were all freaking out, and it's like, we're good. We've got plenty of food. We've got plenty of water. This stuff can hang around for a couple of months if it needs to. We're good. And people couldn't even make it 3 days. So it's just a responsibility. Go ahead.
I gotta tell you, man, it's hard on us too as hosts of when you do a live stream and you got people up on your panel. And somebody's talking like Ghost. I don't want to have to be like, wait, Ghost, don't say that, don't. Yeah, I hate it. Makes me cringe inside, and like I don't express that. I just try to get through it and try to watch the back of the channel, try to watch everybody's back. It just is what it. But I'm telling you, that's the worst thing that happens when I do a live stream and have people on my panel is when I gotta interrupt somebody and be the asshole that cuts somebody off from saying what I just feel so horrible about it, no matter who it is, because we should not have to stop somebody from speak. That's the worst thing you can do. This is America, free speech.
Right.
But we have no other choice, because if I just let something go, then nobody gets to hear it. Nobody gets to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of the
it's
reasons
just terrible.
About yesterday or day before yesterday when I got monetized, and I'm like, you know what? Because I know my mouth, and I know when I get jacked up and excited, I'm gonna slip up and say stuff. So that Backwoods and I talked about it. I'm like, brother, I think it's best if we just stay away from religion and politics completely and just talk about prepping. That's it. Just because if I get both feet in that hole, I'm gonna do a little wiggle too, especially if I'm getting egged on. I'm just like, until I get my brain trained, I'm just gonna stay away from it. So I don't get that.
Well, wait till you start adding 10 people, Ghost, and you're the host. And
like for real.
it's hard, man. It's hard because so many different, and a lot, I've had a lot of people jump up on my live streams, on my panels, that had never even been on in front of a camera before. They never did a live before. So when they jump on, they don't realize the rules you got to go by in order not to shut down the stream. So you really got to be on your P's and Q's, and a lot of times I got to be the asshole that interrupts somebody and shuts them up when I ain't trying to shut you up. I'm not trying to disrespect you in any way whatsoever. It's just you just don't know, and I do, and but it's horrible. I cringe every time I do it.
Oh, yeah. You only had to do it twice tonight. You had to slow Josh down and me, and you're going on 4 hours now. That
No,
ain't
no,
bad.
yeah, but I'm just talking. This has been going on for, they've been attacking us for months. I mean, I don't know how many times I've had to change the subject or, oh, we can't talk about that. And people watching, some people don't even understand what's going on with YouTube, because if you're not a content creator, you don't realize the
Right.
stuff you have to go through to have a live stream, to have a channel, to keep it going. And,
Yes.
and then they see me jumping in somebody's shit because they're saying something that is true, but you can't say it on here, and they have no idea that that's even a thing. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people don't. I didn't even know about commenting would help people or hitting the like button would help people until I was actually becoming a content creator.
Yeah.
Then I was like, wait a minute, oh, these things happen. So a lot of people out here don't know what we go through as channels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just hate it when I have to
Yeah, there's
do
that.
some things.
There's that one thing now that you have to click on when you get monetized, and it's got something to do with, man, something controversial or something, and you got to click it and say that you agree that it's basically a way to get you when you say, no, I didn't do this, and they say, well, you agreed to the rules and this is in the rules here, and you're like, well, but and they're like, but you already know the rules, so then they can demonetize you and they can actually give you a strike because so it's like they've made a new rule to actually make it to where you can't even what's the word for it, combat it,
Yeah.
Challenge
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
challenge it,
Did you
yes.
know that, Monograph? Because I know
Yes,
you
I
go
know it.
live all the time.
I know it. I know what he's talking about. He's talking about in other words, before you complete your video, you're essentially telling them that, you didn't say any naughty words. You didn't, you didn't have like metal protectors. Your show wasn't about something controversial.
Yep.
That sort
Yeah.
of crap.
And you know what it says at first? When I first seen that, because I just seen that too backwards, the first thing it says is YouTube is trying to not be so censorship. In other words,
Yep.
it said we're trying to let controversial conversations happen, and we're trying to let this happen. We're trying to be the good guys and give you your freedom of speech back. But here's a list of things. If you check these things and you're honest about it, we might stop checking your channel so much. And I'm putting it in layman's terms, but
Right.
and that's exactly what it was saying. And I'm like, whoa, these dudes are being slick now, Jack.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I mean,
Bullfrog.
Hey,
it's
Tribe,
it's
this thing Andre's got Andre Obi-Wan, something about D Live. Supposedly it's a free speech platform that they're using in France. You heard about that, Monograph?
Do what now?
D Live application.
You're going to
D-
have to get closer to your mic. Yeah, I can't hear you, Dad.
D Live. D Live.
Yeah, I don't go to D Live. I refuse to go there.
Okay,
That's
so
a
it's not.
cryptocurrency platform. I don't go there.
Marfugal News uses that a lot. They'll actually do their thing, and then they'll go over to D Live, and they push it real hard. So I don't know why or what. I've never done it before, though.
I've never heard of it before.
yeah, I think like what Monograph was saying, I think you have to, like, if anybody gives you money or you earn any money whatsoever, I think it all has to be done in cryptocurrency.
Okay.
I think I
Yeah.
remember reading that. Yeah.
Right.
So what's the deal with the crypto that's crashing? Is it still dropping through the bottom of the bucket?
No, it's about 40,000 right now. We're monitoring it.
It's one of them things that I keep saying, if you don't physically hold something, it's not yours. It's not
Right.
yours. It's the title to my truck. I physically hold that. You know what I'm saying? It's here. But the bad thing about it is I still have to pay property taxes on that.
That's right. I was just going to say that.
So today, Tribe, I was over at another live stream early today, and was talking, and I said something to someone about this lockbox program. There's some states that allow you to basically, whatever your taxes are right now, your property taxes, you can actually get into a program that's called a lockbox program, and basically it's you pay your taxes for the next 10 years. You just pay it up front, and you're locked into whatever it is now. You see what I'm saying? For the next 10 years. But the problem with it is that, you know, not everybody has that kind of money. Okay. Well, the thing about it is someone said, well, that's stupid to do. And I know some people that have done that, and the taxes has went up, and they didn't have to pay that extra tax. You see what I'm saying? Because they had locked themselves in, and the person was like, well, you know what, if it just boils down to it, well, I just won't pay taxes. And I was like, well, go ahead, because armed men will show up and remove you from your property. If you think you own it, you're wrong.
That's right. You're a tenant. That's what it says on the deed.
That's right.
I just wanted to say that I can tell you one of the ways that Bitcoin works is, now I wanna word it. I'm not sure about laws and stuff. I'm being real quiet, but okay, if you live in a state and you can't legally gamble online, you can't join a poker room online and gamble because you're in that state. You know, they can tell where your computer is, and they will not let you do it. But what you can do is you can find some casino in Panama, and what they'll do is they'll get somebody,
check your Twitter mail. Sorry.
They'll get you on the phone. You can call them and be like, look, I'm in a state where I can't do this. They'll get you to buy Bitcoin. Then they'll turn Bitcoin into cash and put a deposit into their casino bank for you to play online. But there's no other way to get your money there. Now, when you do this, let's say you buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. When they put the money on your account, you only get like, $78. They make a huge ton of money, and imagine all the different states that it's illegal to gamble online, and how many people actually do this because people love to play poker and do it online and stuff. So they're making a shit ton of money off of Bitcoin just by that alone. But these are some of the little tricky ways that they're using this Bitcoin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hey, Nisi, if you didn't mind, will you go and look at your email over there, your direct message over there on the tweeters? I got a little gift. I got a little gift for you.
Yeah.
You didn't mind?
She says she wants to pull something up for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have
I think
to
she
pull it
checked
up.
it.
It's so funny.
She's on her way. Okay. So you want me to
Hold on a second. Ghost has got to see this. He's got to see it. Wait for him to come back. You got to wait for Ghost to come back, or ain't gonna be no good.
All right, we won't share it until he gets back.
You got to wait until he comes back, because You see how that works?
Slow down, baby. Slow down.
Come on, Chief. You know that's funny.
Well, she's pushing buttons over there, and Child's like, slow down. Let me see how you're doing this. That's the way I am.
She gets hectic.
She's the producer of the show, man.
Yeah, my wife
Oh, here
comes
he
in.
comes.
Yeah.
All right, now, hey, Dad, they got a surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
Watch your monitor.
I'm watching.
Share the screen.
I got you. All right, here we go. Let me, boom. All right, Ghost, you ready for this one?
I think so. I am a prepper, so we'll see how it turns out.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
Look at the headline. Look at the headline to the right.
Isn't that funny?
Hanging out with my dad. Oh, Lord.
I'm out with my dad. You see that?
Oh.
And that's all over Twitter. That's
It's all over Twitter
Twitter
right now. Guess, watch and see how many comments come in. Monty, I thought your dad was dead. No, he resurrected. He's right there. There he is.
Oh wow.
See how that works?
If they get hip to where you're at, Monograph, my whole chat's gonna go bonkers.
No, that ain't gonna happen, dude. That ain't gonna happen. These guys aren't smart enough for that.
That's funny. Good.
I gotta find out where it is.
Your allowance this week.
Yeah, Dad invited me over to the house. Figured take a selfie, you know.
I need to screenshot that.
See how that works?
Have you ever had guests on your show, Monograph?
Not on the Monograph channel, no way.
No.
Because of what you just said. You know, you get somebody on there. I mean, I've had it where people call in and these people promise me they're not going to be naughty. And next thing you know, they're throwing out the F-bomb. I'm like, damn you, I thought you promised. You gave me your words, huh? That you ain't going to be naughty. And here you are throwing down the F-bomb. Hang up, click, goodbye. If a man ain't good for his word, he's worthless. I don't care how much money he's got.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was hilarious.
That's why I don't do that there, Chief, is for that reason. I mean, I understand the predicament that you're in, but I understand also that you have to create a whole new language to trick the robots, because this is truly man against machine. People don't think it is, but it really is.
Yes.
And now the machines are evolving, so that language is going to have to evolve right along with it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry. I wanted to address something. CB's daughter. Hey, she said this is the third time on the channel and I get ignored. And CB's, I want to tell you, it is really super hard to be on a live stream like this and to pay attention to the conversation so that you are adding to the conversation so that you're not just up here just filling a spot. And I actually did a video talking about this, about comments and so forth and being on a live stream. And it's, you know, there's so much going on and you're trying to pay attention. You know, when Monograph speaks, I want to listen to what he has to say. When Ghost speaks, when Prepper Tribe speaks, I want to listen to what they have to say, because then I can key off of them and go with, you know, go with the conversation so that we're giving y'all good content. And then also, you know, we do try to keep up with the chat, you know, so I never had any idea, you know, I used to kind of be in the deal and I would comment and I'd be like, oh crap, nobody's paying attention to me, you know, until I got on a live stream for the first time. And I was like, wow, you know, this is freaking hard. You know, you're trying to, you know, cause you'll get caught up reading the chat. And then somebody will be like, hey, Backwoods, you know what I'm talking about? Wait, what was you saying? You know, because I was reading the chat. So it's a fine line of what you're trying to do up here on this. You want to pay attention to the chat, you know, but at the same time, you want to be providing content for you to watch. Otherwise, if we're just sitting around looking at you, you know, and stuttering all the time, you know, I mean, why would you want to sit there and watch that, you know? So I hope that
I want to say something too. I want to cut in and say something too, because,
yes, sir.
You know, she says she's on this channel 3 times, and I just want to let you know that it's not on purpose. I'm not missing your comments on purpose whatsoever. If you go back and look, like on my channel, I try my hardest to include everybody. I let people get on my panels all the time that have never even been on a show. So please don't be offended or think that I'm ignoring you on purpose, because it was not on purpose whatsoever. It's hard sometimes when people are chatting, it'll jump a bunch too, and I've seen Native come into my chats and I didn't even know he was there for 30 minutes, because every time he would chat, it would jump out of my eyesight and I wouldn't even see that he's in the room. And then I'll be like, oh, Native's here when I finally see it. And people be like, he's been here the whole time. And I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So it's really not on purpose whatsoever.
Yeah. And And CB, see how you put the at backwoods and prepping? That's how I was able to see your comment, because even if I just glance over at the chat for a minute, I can see that you've highlighted me. So if you have a question for Prepper Tribe or whatever, or you want someone on the panel to see a you want to, to see your question, if you will put that at, Prepper Tribe or at Backwoods and Prepping or at Ghost, we can see that real easy. Because see, let me show you how it shows up, if it'll come up there. See that? Now
Yeah,
I
it's
can see
showing.
that orange. You know what I'm saying? I mean, otherwise it just looks like this. It's just a bunch of letters. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of stuff on there, and I try to look, but now that I can see that real well, even out of the corner of my eye. You know what I'm saying? So I just I don't I see this a lot, and that's why I made that video about comments and so forth, and being on the live stream, because we don't want anybody out there to feel like they're not being paid attention to, because y'all are all important to us.
I
promise.
can't imagine. I can't imagine what, like Monograph. He'll get 1,000 people in his chat. Like, how do you keep up with that? Like, and he keeps up with it. Like, I watch you. You're reading people's comments right and left. Like, I wish my brain would work as fast as yours, Monograph. I'll just say that.
Well, here's the thing. Hey, Chief, check this out. I just posted that over there on my damn tweeters. I'm going to read you the comments. I swear, where I photoshopped Ghost as being my daddy.
Right.
Okay. And all I said was just hanging out with my dad. Now, check this out. This is what people honestly said. Is there a link? Because they know I'm supposed to be live on my own channel. They want to know where the hell I'm at.
Right.
All right. And then somebody else says, true, Monty. And the other one says, that's good. Spend as much time as you can with your dad. See, people are doing it.
They're being sentimental about it.
Dude, people believe it.
Oh, my goodness.
And here's the thing. That's not even a good Photoshop job. You should see some of my Photoshop. I'll make you doing things you never did before. And your mama will swear you're doing it. Okay? If I get mad at you. But I'm just saying, that's a horrible Photoshop job. So people want to know where the hell I'm at. So if you want this chat log to blow up really good, like 20, 40 more people in your room just that quick, I'll post a link if you want them to come over here.
I mean, go for it if you want to. I mean, I don't care, but I mean, it's going to go bonkers, so I'm not going to be able to I can barely keep up with the chat when there's 90 people in here.
Missed the other comment. I got to pull it up.
Oh.
Look at this comment. You got to share this one.
Yep. I don't know. Is there another comment on there? I didn't expand it out. So they believe that you're my dad, so it's done, Ghost. You are my dad from now on.
Debbie and NC, I happened to catch that one, and yes, sometimes I cannot do two things at once.
And you know what? Ghost kind of looks like my dad. He does.
Can we bring it up?
You never know.
He does.
I gotta share it again.
So whatever.
I'm actually kind of questioning my thought process on this one now, and thinking, could Ghost really be his dad?
You're
gonna have to zoom it in so people can read it there, Chief.
Let me see if I can put it.
There you go. Zoom it in bigger.
I don't know how to zoom though.
Easy.
There you go.
Did it do it?
Yep.
All right. What did it say?
There you go. There you go. There you go.
They
True, Monty.
Oh my God, they think they truly believe that that's his dad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Is there a link?
Oh,
Well,
You're at one Ghost. You're my dad from now on.
Okay.
Nobody's
invite him over, Monograph. Invite
you want
him
me to do
over.
it?
Yeah, why not?
We had 100.
This will be fun. And y'all should act like y'all really are father and son, and be like,
I don't even know if I can.
This is the first time I've ever had my dad. I didn't want to put him on my channel because it's always just me. But everyone, meet my dad. Here's Ghost.
Oh my
This
God.
is
Lord have
horrible, y'all.
mercy.
You're at 123 right now. Let's see what happens. That'll be crazy.
Oh, this is gonna be bonkers.
Oh my gosh. Y'all get to
Hang
meet.
on a
I gotta
second.
watch my mouth. I don't want to slip and cuss because I don't want to
Y'all-
disrespect monographs.
Here's your link.
Y'all got to meet.
Okay, you got a link on it there. So you got an ad rolling on yours. I just want to make sure that that's right.
Somebody actually texted earlier. They said you can tell they're in the same room. Look at the color of the wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly. That's
did
funny.
they?
That's funny.
Oh, everybody's gonna go nuts because they're gonna want to come over and meet your dad, monograph. They're like gonna
Oh,
want to come meet your dad.
Hold on, let me make sure. Yep, that's you.
Lord.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, hold on a second. So I need to go over here like this. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be funny as hell. Let me mute that. There we go. Okay, let me grab your link. Copy pasta. Okay, let me go ahead and make another tweet. Okay, you're live.
Hey,
Live
Mom.
with my dad.
Oh, Lord. Did you see what Bug Dude just said?
Link.
Did you see what Bug Dude just said?
I'm trying to keep up, but I missed it.
Ghost Dad.
Nephew tribe.
Yeah,
Right.
cousin backwoods and nephew tribe.
It's all
Here we
family.
go.
We've always said it's all family.
Oh my
All right,
God.
there we go. I just posted the link. Now, how many people responded to the other link? 19, 5, 24. All right, about 30, about 33. All right, here we go. I got to watch your numbers. Was at 100, so let's see what happens. Anyway, Dad, it was nice seeing you again. You know, I appreciate you. Yep. You know,
I can't believe you got me on camera. When your mom finds out about this.
It's gonna be rough.
Yeah. I'm
I just can't believe I'm so honored to have Monograph and his father on my show. It's
That's-
completely
that was the best.
mind-boggling.
well, I mean, think about me over here, tribe. I'm sitting over here just some little guy, you know, it pops up on your channel once in a while as one of your fishing buddies, you know, we talk fishing and stuff, and then I got the great Monograph and then his dad, man. I mean, think about how
Exactly. You can tell
epic that
it's,
is.
we're in the same house. I mean, we got the same sort of walls, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, he did. You know, whatever. He's got
That's
a window.
amazing.
I don't have a window. You know, when I graduate to a window, you know, next couple of years, when I get as old as he is, you know, I'll be able to do that.
And just for the record, I like to go by Pops. You know,
I'll respect that.
Pops
And
has
thank
a
you.
better ring to it. You know,
So
Is that
Mr.
Pops
Ghost.
I'm sorry, go ahead, tribe.
Mr. Ghost, how was Monograph coming up? But as a young man, how was his behavior?
I'm gonna tell you, it started out. You know, it was really good. We had high hopes. I mean, we expected it to achieve greatness, and you know, there were hurdles. You know, there were a few speed bumps in the road. We were, you know, in his teenage years, you know, 13, 14, 15, really got scared. But you know, it seemed to work itself out a little bit. You know, I think he turned out all right. You know,
Yeah, I think he did a good job.
He doesn't. He never calls. You know, he did make Mother's Day this year, and I think that's because I had to call and remind him. But you know, it's you know, he's trying hard. He's trying real hard.
Awesome.
When is
Well-
Father's Day? I don't even remember.
That was last weekend, son. Before.
2 weekends ago, I believe.
Yeah, 2 weekends ago.
Father's Day is coming up.
He never makes Father's Day. Forget it. Greedy as shit. He wants all the attention. He never calls his dad. Never, ever, ever. Unless he needs something.
But when is Father's Day really over?
It's in June, I believe.
Oh,
Dude.
I was gonna say, well, my daggum kids didn't even say Happy Father's Day. Sorry.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling.
Oh, Niecy's
Well, I'll
got.
just say Happy Father's Day now in case I forget to get you a card or whatever, a bottle of bourbon.
Understood. I tried to teach him cannon. He's like, why did I go through all this work? And he can of spaghetti goes out of the cabinet. He's like, duh, somebody did it for me. 30 cents. Why would I, all that? Yeah, he don't like to get his hands dirty when he comes in the kitchen.
Right.
So Monograph, there's a question from Niecy Tribe that says, did you learn canning from your dad, or are you going to wait until it gets really bad and you don't have no food and then you just go take his?
Well, no, I won't take his because, you got to look out for your folks. The main thing is, okay, this is the part. Let me tell you something, Backwoods. This is the part that makes me nervous because I know when it all hits the fan, I got to make sure that I got him plenty of Depends. So that way he's got a clean change of diapers when it all hits the fan. I want to make sure he's comfortable.
I've been known to get a little erect, but
I understand that. Well, I mean,
I have evacuated the room more than once. It's hard to do, but it's something you got to put up with.
Dad, you got to get closer to the microphone so the other folks can hear you.
All right, kiddo. How's that?
Not
Is that
everybody
better?
speaks dementia. Okay, so come on, get closer.
Well, I did just have to up your allowance, so I couldn't afford the hearing aid batteries. So y'all just have to work with me.
This is a hoot, boy. I tell you what, it's something else.
well, I'd like to know, so my question is, when he gets feeble enough that he needs to be given baths, are you going to hire someone for that?
Well, yeah. Listen, nobody
Obviously
wants to
he's
see his
very-
little Smokey. Okay, I'm just not interested. We'll hire somebody. We don't care.
Oh, I want one of them aliens, one of them illegal aliens with the dark skin, dark hair. Them ones just nod, like a Mexican or something, maybe. No.
I don't know about all that.
I want an Eskimo. Yeah. I want an Eskimo. Can I have an Eskimo?
Oh my God.
See, that's what's going on. The damn cold got to your head. The damn cold got to your head. That's okay. It's okay. I'm going to give you something else to drink. See?
I want me an Inuit. They can fish and they hunt seals and they're real fluffy and they cuddle. They spoon really, really well. I saw a picture once.
So wait a minute. Just so everyone knows, this is not a father-son full-on panel here.
I hear you.
Do you see what people are saying now, Monograph? They think that I'm Tribe's dad now.
Dad.
Well,
Man,
you're not.
Well, I tried to not claim him. I mean, look at him. Look how he acts. Why would I want to claim a son like that?
Sorry, Dad.
I don't know.
Didn't mean to be such a disappointment.
Yep. Matter of fact, my dad Ghost. Hey, all you guys know. I mean, how many people? The people that came over here from the tweeters. How many people know that true story? Back in 2009, 2010, I in fact did have a channel called "I'm Your Ghost." Why do you think I did? Because I was taking after my pops. That's it. True story.
So even back then, he was plagiarizing. I can't tell you how many times I got calls from his teachers. He was copying other people's stuff, plagiarizing. We got him out of it though. He's doing good. Take your father to work. Take your father to work day.
Well,
exactly. Take your father to work day. That's right.
Well, real quick, while Tribe ain't here, I wanted to tell y'all that he is my son, and I'm the one who taught him how to fish. That's the only reason why he can catch anything these days.
All right. Well, you did a good job because he was catching.
Don't let him hear that, because he gets all, his head, it swells up and it gets all,
I know the feeling.
You know,
Somebody wants to get a damn DNA test. I think backwoods. They're talking to you. You better get a DNA test or something. They're not believing that you're Chief's pops.
well, a lot of, I mean, Stephanie just said our chin lines were similar and everything. I mean, they're just senior citizen field trip.
That's something else.
It's kind of funny. Me and you, backwoods, know all about the fishing.
That's, well,
I mean, if anybody needs proof, yes sir, yes ma'am. Where do you think he got that from?
Exactly. That's your story right there. Here's one thing I can tell about my pop's ghost down there. He's kind of a badass for real. I mean, he actually did fight in the war for real. It's not a joke. Isn't that right there, Ghost?
Yes sir. Yes sir, yes
And that
ma'am.
ain't playing around. So all of you dudes that out there always trying to challenge me, and I keep telling you to come to Denver, so I'll whoop your ass. That's where I learned it from. Ghost taught me how to do hand-to-hand combat. All you guys know I'm into martial arts. Well, he's the one that taught me. True story.
man, I don't even know what to think about all this. I'm blown away.
Monograph done started some stuff, man.
I mean, it's a whole nother level, you know, with his martial arts. You know, originally I started out as hugging and snuggling. I'm a big snuggler, if you can't tell. You know, and he really went full bore, man. He swung for the fence. He did a good job. I'm proud of you, kiddo.
Yeah, and here's another thing my dad taught me. He taught me about how to infiltrate the comms, the telecommunications of the CIA. Remember that video I put up on the I'm Your Ghost channel where I busted the freaking the Mariposa County, remember that famous dude where he's burping out of his mouth saying to all those people behind the scenes? This call was recorded for real by some really big hot shots in Arizona. He was the guy that made all the prisoners wear pink. You know who I'm talking about? And Trump pardoned him. But he also told in that secret recording that was recorded by the CIA that I got a copy of. Ghost taught me how to capture information through the NSA and the CIA because he was in the war for real. This is why I got the balls enough to do it, because I know if I get in trouble, Ghost is going to save me because he knows all these colonels. He knows all these people in the army and all this stuff. He's going to save me. That's what's going on.
I got you. Sure. Yep, that's him.
Wow.
He's kind of quiet. But what it is probably his depends are full. And hey, Pops, are your depends full? Do we need to come over there and take care of them?
No, I like to sit in it a while and let it stew because it's still warm. Still warm, and it's got that squishy feeling. It gives me that water.
That squishy feeling. Whoa, that squishy feeling.
It liquid side to side, and it makes like really cool little noises, like little squishy noises.
Squeaky noises.
I like it. I know it's just me. It's just me. But I mean, it just makes using the bidet more fun. That thing tickles. I love it. And I've got that water
backwoods.
I got the water pressure turned way up on the bidet. Yeah, and it tickles and it just feels so awesome. You know, because everybody bought all the toilet paper, so I got to do what I got to do.
No, I took a hit off this cigar just about the time you said that, and I blew it out my nose, and now my nose is on fire.
That's it, Dad. I'm so glad to see you again because it's been forever. You know, even though we're in the same place, you know, he's on his wall and I'm on my wall. I don't know how I didn't get a window. He's got a window.
A little bit better. We wouldn't keep you in the basement.
Yep. Oh well. You know.
Well, it's all that. I still have flashbacks of those teenage years and all those funny noises that were coming from your room. So that's why we moved you into the basement. So it doesn't reverberate as bad, and I don't hear those sounds. I've never heard sounds like that before. At the zoo, I heard them a couple times, but yeah, in the house late at night, yeah, those noises were like freaking me out.
Yeah, I hear you.
This is going to be a night to remember.
Oh,
Sure
my.
is.
Meeting Monograph's father.
Good thing I got dementia. I ain't got to worry about it.
Exactly.
Oh, Lord.
Hello, Mr. Ghost Quest.
Y'all,
What did you just say? Dad, what did you just say?
Hello, Mr. Ghost Quest from James Carroll in the chat.
Oh, because my last name is Quest. They know. I mean, I had to dox myself. I had no choice because I had to file a $25,000 lawsuit for real against another YouTuber for slander. No kidding. That's how they got my name.
wow.
So that's why you asked for that bump in your allowance. Now it makes sense.
That's why, because I had to do all the court calls.
It's all coming together now, son. You
Mhm.
win?
What?
Hopefully that's all behind you now, though, right?
Well, I got a bad habit of knocking on people's doors. I think that's the best way to deal with it. The hell with the court. That's cost too much. I'd just rather knock on a dude's door and see if they run a shit talker in my face.
I've
They
got to
usually
do it.
don't. And Ghost taught me that, how to do that. He used to sneak up on people's damn self. He's the one that taught me that, and it's his fault that I'm like that.
Well, I mean,
I've got to do it.
I am proud of you for toning it down. You tend to knock first. I just kick it in, but that was back in the old days.
Well, I do knock first because, I don't want to get in trouble for breaking stuff.
Back in the day when I was coming up, we knocked with our feet. Just open the door and just move on into the room. But I understand, times are a little bit sensitive, a little bit different now. So you got to be more, politically correct. You need to knock at least once.
That's right. Exactly. Absolutely, positively.
This has been the absolute best circle back moment that I've ever seen. Circle back? It's circling back. Oh, my gosh.
Slenderella Charming. I love that name. Slenderella Charming. That's
Yeah,
cool.
that is cool.
Oh, Chief, I wanted to ask you a serious question. It's not a joke.
All right.
Do you know how to make T-shirts like images on the shirt, like color images? Not for color separation, but maybe a heat transfer?
Well, the only thing I did was I made logos and stuff, and then you get to download that logo. I've never done transfers before.
So you only do the text, right, on the shirt, and that's it. You don't do the actual images.
Yeah. I've done the images, but they're just logos. But Reese's Resources knows how to do it. Remember we talked about that? The Reese's Resources. Remember the first time you ever jumped on? I was telling you and Ghost about Reese's Resources.
Yeah.
She actually worked with Ghost on some stuff too, and she works with me on some stuff. She knows how to do all that stuff and make
Does
transfers.
she got a PayPal account so we can give her some money?
Yeah, I think so. Does Reese's have a PayPal account, babe?
Huh?
Does Reese's Resources have a PayPal account?
Yes.
Let me write that down. Reese's Resources.
Mm-hmm. She's real good. She's got some stuff going on right now that
Okay.
she's like I'm not gonna put her business out there, but she's working through it. But I mean, she's super sweet, super duper sweet, very nice people. I can put it in the private chat, that way you can I'm not sure I want to put somebody's PayPal.
No, I just have Nisi send it to me in direct message over there on the tweeters. But
Yeah,
you know that is
Twitter.
Even though it's private, it still could become public, so it's not secure. Just want to let you know that on a technological level.
Oh, okay.
So anything you send me over there, just be careful what you say. You send me information, but just be careful if it's too personal.
All right. Gotcha.
Bug Dude wants a T-shirt with a picture of Monty and his dad.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Do what now?
That would be hilarious.
Bug Dude wants to know where he can get a T-shirt of you and your father. He and you.
Oh yeah, Patriot Sandwich Maker. Yep, Reese's Resources. On her channel, she actually has her email address too. And I think that's how you get to but you know.
All right.
But Nisi sending it to you in the DM on.
Okay,
on Twitter.
good. Anyway, I went to go write this down, and I came across this magic marker. This is my dad's magic marker, Ghost, over there. Look at the size of this magic marker. Look how big it is. I mean, this is for real. Look how huge it is, because this dude can't see.
Hang on.
So he's got it right with this big ass magic marker. I mean, look at the size of this thing. For real. This is my pen right here. It's not a joke, ladies and gentlemen. This is my pen. But this is my daddy's pen right here, a Ghost over. Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
That dude can hardly see.
Sound like your mom, son.
Oh, we got a pervert in the house.
What the hell is going on?
So Kelly wants. She says, "I want a Ghost as my daddy T-shirt."
Can you put Reese's Resources link in the chat? People are asking how do you spell it and stuff. Just put her.
Because I'd like to hire her for a job for real. I need a vendor.
Yeah, I think I showed you before where she made me this cup monograph.
Yeah, I think you did.
And then she made this this glass thing too, just so the chat can see too. But she made this. She does good work. She made me T-shirts and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, right on. That looks real nice. Real professional.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just like the candy, Reese's Resources.
Very nice. Very nice.
And what makes it so great is she really is that sweet of a person. Like she really is a sweet person, good person.
All right. There's your YouTube channel. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Save link as, copy link address. That's what I'll do. All right, that's good to know. Oh, yeah.
Are you still going to go live tonight, Monograph?
I may very well, because the people on the people in the daytime, they like to see the videos, and they get so mad at me when I put them on private. They get so pissed off. I mean, I got to read comments after comments of the previous video. God dang it, well, stop doing that. Knock that off.
Yeah.
So anyway, for the people on the day side, probably put a little short video or something. Why's that? That's if Dad lets me, and all.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Might as well. It's close to the weekend. It's not quite Friday, but well, technically it is. But yeah, we can go a day early.
Yep. Your story.
I was gonna say it's Friday.
Yeah, it is.
Well, Dad, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna blaze on out of here, Dad, because I gotta get ready for my show on the Monograph channel. And Prepper Tribe, Chief, and then of course Backwoods. Thanks a lot, and then Just Josh and whatnot. These people are real nice people and folks. My dad, he's grumpy. I mean, you'd be grumpy too if you're running around wearing Depends. Have dementia and all that stuff, and you can hardly anybody can hear you in chat. Like Ghost over there. All right, look at him. He looks just like me. He does. I mean, do we look like each other? Let's take a vote in the chat room. Yes or no? Do we look like each other? That is my dad. For real, it's not a joke. It's not a joke.
That's the reason why I got it. I raised him. I can't.
He's older than me. Sure is. Sure is.
Me and Ghost is going to be doing a live stream tomorrow night, and I'm going to be looking at him differently now.
See, there people are agreeing that he looks just like me. It's not a joke, or I look like him.
The yeses are flooding in.
They are. Yep. It's a done deal, son. I mean, Dad or Pops or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cruise up on out of here. Chief, I'll see you later, and
appreciate you hopping on, man.
Thanks a lot for allowing me to come on your panel. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for joining the panel. I appreciate it every time. Thank you.
All right, sir. You have a great one. Nisi, you have a good one too, and I hope your family is well, safe and sound, and well fed.
Make sure you take out the garbage. I forgot last week. Take the garbage to the street.
And I'll be over there in a minute too. We got about we're at 1 hour and 54 minutes, so we got about 6 more minutes.
Yeah.
I just want to keep it at 2 hours. That way people will watch it or whatever.
Yeah, I got to get up in the morning and go make some money.
I hear that.
Got a guy that called me and asked me if I would come help him tomorrow. Cash money. I was like, shoot, yeah, I'm on it.
Yeah, definitely. What a wild night, man. What a great night.
Yeah.
That was fun.
It's always awesome, man. It's always Monograph's a cool.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say dude. I don't want to call him a dude. I got too much respect for him to call him a dude, but he's
Right.
such a cool guy.
Yeah.
And y'all are too, man. I appreciate when y'all jump on here with me, man. I mean, it's always a good time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I enjoy it, man. You know, I've been watching Monty for a long time, man. And you know, so it was, you know, it's really cool, you know, to, you know, you watch somebody all the time, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know,
Yeah.
you see all these people in their chat and how many subscribers, and it's like, wow, you know, it's pretty cool, you know, and then all of a sudden you're on the panel with them. It's like, wow, that's pretty cool. You know, it's just cool.
Yeah,
You know,
and what's even cooler is when you meet somebody like Monograph and you realize that he don't let the whole thing go to his head.
Right.
He's just like us. Like he always says, he's a nobody. It's like we're all just nobodies. We're all just regular people. You know what I mean? I love meeting people like that. They don't let stuff go to their head. You know what I mean?
He's always been cool. I mean, he's been up here. I've been on the screen with him, I think, 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
every single time was here in your room. Yeah. And
Yeah.
he's always been as cool as he can possibly be.
Yep.
yeah, that's what's up. What?
It
So
goes
yeah,
to show you. It goes to show you that you can be on YouTube for a long time and still keep your head, still
Yeah.
stay yourself. You don't sell out. You don't try to be something you're not. You just be yourself. You know, there's a lot to learn from that.
Yeah. Definitely. It's true.
yeah, that was somebody was saying about your about that gear that you had. That was some pretty good. That was some pretty cool stuff, man. That fishing gear that you got, man.
Oh,
That new stuff. That's some really cool stuff. I can't really see where it might be so much of an application for where I fish at. You know what I'm saying? But I was
you know,
looking at it and I was like, man, that is some really cool stuff, man. I mean, like,
and the number one thing. See, this is how you know I'm still a rookie at making videos because I completely forgot to tell people why you would want to use a rig like this.
right,
And the reason you want to, I'll go ahead and say it, even though I don't know, people might watch it, people might see it, they might hang in there this long and check it out. But the reason you use a fishing rig like that is so you can get farther of a cast. It makes everything aerodynamic. When you hook that hook to that roto clip, it brings everything to a straight line. So you're pretty much casting just a weight. You know, it's like you
right.
don't even have stuff all hanging all over the place to catch the wind when you cast. You just sling it. And I get 10 to 20 yards more when I use that rig. I get 10 to 20 yards more out on my cast, which is a big deal when there's sandbars you're trying to get over, or you're trying to get to this certain spot where you see birds out there plucking off fish and stuff. Like, it really makes a big difference.
Yeah, because you know, like in my fishing video, I did that buzz bait I was throwing. You know, that thing's got that big old blade, and when you throw it, you know, you can hear, zzz, you know, and it's you can actually watch it kind of curve, you know, and slow down a little bit, you know, and because it's got all that, you know, non-aerodynamic stuff on it. You know,
Yeah.
it's not really designed to go a long ways. It's designed to just, you know, go a certain distance there, you know, up into certain pockets and stuff. So yeah, it's really cool to see, you know, like the stuff that you do, you know, the way you fish, because it's so different than the way that I have to fish, you know, and it's really cool to see that, man. As a fisherman, you know, I
Yeah.
enjoy the videos, you know, and watching them, and I'm like, yeah, man, that's really cool stuff.
But a lot of stuff that we do, even though we fish differently, a lot of the stuff like when you're fishing in your lakes and ponds and stuff, you got targets that you're trying to hit. You're trying to put that lure at a specific spot. And
Right.
that's another thing about this rig. When you have a rig that's aerodynamic like that, you can aim it, you know, nothing messes with it. So when you aim that to a certain, like if I cast out, you know, I would just say 30 yards. Because I know that that's the hole where all the fish are hanging out. Every time I hit that spot, well, I can aim a lot better when something's aerodynamic than if it's just got hooks and meat hanging all over the place. You know what I mean? And it's almost the same as you with a lure. When you cast that lure, you're trying to hit that spot right by that log because you know that bass is underneath there. So it's just pretty much it's just a bigger way of fishing. You know, you cast 10 yards, I'm casting 40. You know, you cast 20 yards, I'm casting 80. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree, you know, because but it's it's really cool to get to see that stuff, you know. And
Yeah, I'm about.
the difference.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just saying the difference. Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed the fishing rod holders that were holding the fishing rods, but they're a little bit different than you probably ever seen. And I'm about to do a video about how I make those. It should be pretty interesting.
Cool.
And I got a couple little gadgets and stuff too that I want to show off because I think a lot of people don't know about them, and they make your life a whole lot easier when you fish a lot. Yeah. Little things to hold your hooks, little things to when you put your rods away, it helps you out. You know, so I'm gonna try to do it, but I think I got to do that on my Anglers Tribe channel because I think people might get sick of seeing nothing but fishing on a prepper channel. Right. So I don't want to put all that on my prepper channel.
Right.
But we'll see.
Yeah, and it is what it is, you know, and you know, that's why I kind of, you know, did the whole thing name, you know, so people understood, you know, it's not just about prepping for me, you know, it's kind of a whole all around thing, you know, and I can't wait till I get to post some hunting videos, man. I've got some cool hunting areas, man, and I like last year because I hunt off the ground. You know, I don't really like getting up in a deer stand or anything. I like to sneak around, you know, and hunt off the ground. And I'd found this one spot and I could hear some noises. So I sat down and all of a sudden, man, it was like, I don't know, probably 12, 13 turkeys. Just, I mean, they came out just right there, man. And that, you know, when people out there, you know, say I was turkey, whatever, you know, but you don't understand, you know, to be able to sit there and them turkeys mill around right there and never seen me, you know, they never seen me. And
yeah, that's hunting.
And them, you know, turkeys are big, man. Yeah. You know, I mean, they're big birds, you know.
Yeah, we got wild turkeys around here.
Yeah, and just to see them, you know, you're sitting on the ground, you know, trying to be real still, and for me to never have spooked them off, you know, I'd love to have caught that on video, man. That would have been so awesome.
Appreciate you, Bullfrog.
Yep, appreciate you, Bullfrog.
Really do. Well, we're at the 2 hour mark, man. I'm not trying to cut it short or nothing, but we're at the 2 hour. I'll wait for Ghost to get back real quick, but we're gonna call it a night on the Prepper Tribe Live. This is the second one. We went 4 hours, but I appreciate you fellas being up here with me. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Anybody new that came in, hey, we enjoyed y'all's company. Thanks for being here. Appreciate Monograph, Just Josh, Appalachian Prepper, everybody that joined, Bullfrog, Swamp, everybody. We love all y'all. We're going to keep this thing going. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you got Ghost and Backwoods going live. They're going to go live for a couple hours and do their thing. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to go live again. Just Josh is going to be with me. I think Backwoods and Ghost might slide over after they're live and hang out with us a little bit. So we should have a good time tomorrow. So I hope to see everybody there. Thank you so much for showing up. Is there anything y'all want to say before I end the stream?
So we love everybody, man. Thank y'all so much for coming by and watching, man. I mean, it's y'all make it. Otherwise, we're just a bunch of old dudes and having a family reunion.
Yeah, no doubt.
My food got cold, so I'm gonna go change my depends. It's starting to get hard, so I gotta go wash this ass.
Gotcha. All right, we'll catch y'all on the next one. Hopefully, we'll see all y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a great night.
Bye.